Assalamualaikum. In this episode, we analyze a thermodynamic process called an adiabatic compression. In an adiabatic process, there is no heat liberated by the system, neither is there heat being absorbed by the system. Why do you think the title of our episode is adiabatic heating? Find out by sticking around. Watch and learn. The question is, a quantity of oxygen gas with molar heat capacity C sub V equals 5 halves times the big R, and a molar heat capacity C sub P equal to 7 halves times the big R at absolute temperature 325 Kelvin. It is under pressure 1.00 raised to the 5th power Pascal and occupies a volume 6.50 raised to the negative 3 power meter cube. After you compress this gas adiabatically, its absolute temperature is 855 Kelvin. Calculate, letter A, the value of gamma for oxygen. Letter B, the final volume of the gas. Letter C, the final pressure of the gas. And letter D, the work done on the gas as it is compressed. In this pressure volume graph, the thermodynamic process starts from state A, right? Where the initial volume is B sub 2 and the initial pressure is P sub 1. The gas is compressed adiabatically and proceeds to a final state B, where the final volume is B sub 1 and the final pressure is P sub 2. We are given the molar heat capacity of the gas at constant volume. That is capital C sub V equal to 5 halves of the universal gas constant, big R, as well as the molar heat capacity of the gas at constant pressure, denoted by capital C sub P equal to 7 halves of big R. Right? So the value of the initial pressure P1 equals 1.00 raised to the 5th power Pascal. The initial temperature T sub 1 is 325 Kelvin, and the final temperature T sub 2 equals 855 Kelvin. The initial volume V sub 1 is equal to 6.50 raised to the negative 3 meter cube. And we are asked to determine the following. In part A, what is the value of gamma? In letter B, our target variable is the final volume of the gas. In part C, we are asked to find the final pressure P sub 2. And last but not the least, in part D, okay, we are to determine the work done on the system or on the gas. Moving on to our computation, starting with part A, finding the value of gamma. So gamma is just the ratio of C sub P over C sub B. All right. Again, the meaning of C sub P is the molar heat capacity of the gas, which is oxygen gas, a diatomic gas. All right. Molar heat capacity at constant pressure. That is the meaning of capital C sub P. While C sub B is the molar heat capacity of the same gas at constant volume. So when you substitute, okay, the value of gamma equals 7 halves of R, which is the universal gas constant, okay, divided by 5 halves times the big R. So simplifying by canceling 2 times R, we get the value of gamma equals 7.5, or in decimal, that is 1.40. And in part B, okay, our target variable is the final volume B sub F. So we have this equation that will allow us to determine the final pressure volume B sub F, right? So it says that the ratio of the initial volume over the final volume raised to the power gamma minus 1 is equal to the ratio of the final temperature T sub 2 over the initial temperature T sub 1. That is 6.50 raised to the negative 3 meter cube divided by B sub F and raised to the value of gamma 1.4 minus 1, that gives us the power 0.40, right? Equals 855 Kelvin, which is the value of T sub 2 over 325 Kelvin, which is the value of T sub 1. We can isolate V sub F, our target variable, okay, in this equation by multiplying the whole equations by the power of 2.50. That is, okay, this equation redounds to 6.50 raised to the negative 3 power meter cube over Vf equals 2.63 raised to the 2.5 power. All right? And simplifying further, okay, we get B sub F equal to 6.50 raised to the negative 3 meter cube divided by 11.2. 11.2 is the result of 2.63 raised to the power 2.5. So we finally arrive at the value of the final volume of the gas equal to 5.80 raised to the negative 4 meter cube. In part C, we can find the final pressure P2. So using this given equation, okay, the ratio of P sub 2 over P sub 1 equals the ratio of the initial volume Vi over the final volume Vf raised to the power 1.40. That is, P sub 2 equals 1.00 times 10 to the fifth power Pascal multiplied by the ratio of B sub I, or 6.50 raised to the negative 3 meter cube over the value of B sub F, 5.80 times 10 to the negative 4 meter cube. Okay, the ratio is raised to the power 1.40. or simplifying, we get P sub 2 equal to 1.00 raised to the fifth power Pascal multiplied by 29.4. Okay, this is the result of getting the power 1.4 of the ratio BI over BF. So we finally get the value of the final pressure P2 equal to 2.94 times 10 to the 6th power Pascal. In part D, we are to determine the amount of the work done on the system denoted by capital W using this formula. Work done equals the reciprocal of gamma minus 1 multiplied by P sub 1 times V initial minus P sub 2 times V final. That is, the work done, W equals 2.5, which is the result of getting the reciprocal of gamma minus 1, times 1.00 raised to the fifth power Pascal multiplied by 6.50 raised to the negative 3 meter cube, and then minus the product of 2.94 raised to the 6th power Pascal and 5.80 raised to the negative 4 meter cube. So simplifying this, we get the work done W equals 2.5, okay, multiplied by 6.50 raised to the second power joules minus 17.1 times 10 to the second power joules. So finally, we get the value of the amount of work done, all right, on the gas equal to negative 2.65 raised to the third power joules. And as expected, we get a negative sign for the work done on the gas. And this amount of work done on the gas is also represented in our pressure volume graph. Okay, the shaded portion represents the work done on the gas. Based on the first law of thermodynamics, right? The amount of heat, big Q, is equal to the amount of the change in internal energy of the system, delta U, plus the amount of work done, okay, W. But since in an adiabatic process, there is no heat transfer, so big Q is in fact equal to 0. So that makes the change in the internal energy delta U equal to negative W, which agrees, all right, with our computed value for the work done on the system. Okay? So during an adiabatic compression, the internal energy of the gas increases as you do work on the gas on the system. Okay? And this also means that there is an increase in both the pressure and the temperature. Okay? Even if there's actually no heat, okay, transfer involved. Now you know why, okay, we got the title of this episode. So that ends our tutorial. Till the next episode, mabuhay. MashaAllah. Thank you very much for your indulgence.